Hello and welcome back to another video, and today we're here doing something a little bit different. So yesterday it was confirmed that MotoGP will be heading to Portimao for the final race of the 2020 season. Now obviously no Portimao in the MotoGP 20 game officially, however Milestone have made the track previously in Ride 3, which means it's possible to take files over and try and get it to kind of work in MotoGP 20. So that's what we've done today. So we will be doing a race around Portimao. We'll probably do a couple just to show sort of a few different things with the AI and things like that. It's really bare and unfinished. I basically started work on it last night. I've got to a decent position now with it so I can show it off in the video. So we'll head into the race and I'll see you on the grid. So here we are then at Portimao. As you can see, there is a little bit glitchy with the cameras. Obviously the cameras are still set up for Chang because you have to overwrite a track, so I overwrote Buriram, obviously the Chang International Circuit, the Thailand GP. So this camera actually doesn't look too bad because it does show some of the track, but the rest of it just sort of clips under the track or shows absolutely nothing. And here we are on the grid then, Fabio Quartararo on pole position. The grid slots are a little bit broken. So if you remember back to last year, if you've been watching me for a while, you'll remember that I tried to port Imola from Ride 3 to MotoGP 19. Now most of the same problems are still around with that. I have learnt a little bit because I did continue to work on that a little bit. It never got much further than that because it's basically all you can do. A lot of the files aren't compatible, and this year even more so. You could actually take a lot of the files over from Ride 3 to MotoGP 19, but to MotoGP 20 you can only take very few of them, which is disappointing. But the main issue with the starting grid is a lot of riders have to share the same starting grid position because there's not as many grid positions in Ride 3. Obviously you can't have so many riders, so there's not so many, so you spawn on the same ones and it just causes a little bit of chaos. If we have a look at this then, there we go, a lot of us all falling over. There is a track there, it's just the camera is set underneath it so you can't see it. So here you go, you can see it now, the marshal walking away. So things like that are set up properly. The marshal spawns in the correct position. Most of the riders do as well, but you can see a lot of them on the floor after a few collisions. It puts Oliveira on pole position, so could we get another KTM win here? Petrucci on the floor next to me. Morbidelli right behind me, but lights out and away we go. Obviously got to try and avoid the bikes that are on the ground. It's been a couple of crashes. But here we go, off the line. Down towards the first corner then. So we hit the brakes then, nice and early. Obviously the AI are programmed to actually go around here. Not perfectly, they don't work perfectly, but they're not too bad actually. I think they're a little bit better than they were at Imola last year. Obviously they can follow a bit of a line that's been set for them because it's basically taken from Ride 3, the spline file it's called. It's just the file that basically controls all the sector points and how the AI go around the track and stuff. So we are using the FIM layout. There's been a crash. There's a little bit of an issue here at this corner, it looks like. They're going a little bit too quick. A lot of them have gone off the circuit here. But we'll continue for the rest of the lap and then we'll have a little bit more of a look at what the AI are doing. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't know the track that well. I've watched plenty of World Superbikes there, but actually riding the track, very little. I didn't play much of Ride 3. To be honest, I'm not really a fan of Ride 3. The concept's nice, but the physics are just not very good, in my opinion anyway. I was going to play Ride 3 for a video, that's what I was going to do today, play Portimao on that, but yeah, Brad Binder's just overtaken us, and so Binder, in the game and in real life, on a storm here. He's just taking the lead, he's taking the lines way better than I have. Morbidelli's come flying through as well, so into this left-hander then. Just shows how much slower I am than the AI at this circuit when I don't know it. Obviously there's a bit of a problem with the lighting here, kind of blinds you and you can't see where to go. But on the inside of Morbidelli, can we try and get squared off through the penultimate turn? So we've got in front of him up into second position through this final turn then now. We've run a little bit wide, so has Brad Binder. Brad Binder's not had the best exit. I'm on the power. Alex Marquez has had a crash in the slipstream of Binder then. Coming up towards the line, obviously the riders don't tuck in because they don't know where to tuck in. Side by side with Binder. We've taken the lead here then, so we've just taken the lead at the start of the second lap. We've hit the brakes. Massive stopping. Morbidelli's crashed apparently. And Binder as well. I've crashed. I'd love to see what happened with them, but I think the game does crash if you go into replay cam, which is unfortunate, that's for sure. So we're back on the bike then. Bradley Smith now leading the race, but as you can see, absolute chaos with AI. So if we follow a few of them around then, so Brad Binder and, not Brad Binder, Andrea Dovizioso, you can see a big amount of damage on the side of Dovizioso's bike there. I'm also running another mod. It's not by me, it is a damage mod. Basically, when you crash, you just lose more of the bike than just the wings. But here we go then. Yeah, lots of the riders. And I've just crashed here, so we've picked up some light damage. Actually might show you the side of it now. No, not quite. Not yet. There's a few issues with seams here. As you can see, there's a bit of a gap at this part of the track. Also on the start-finish straight and on the way into that same corner as well. There's a couple of gaps here and there. Most of the track just fits together as you put it together. And basically the two parts where there's seams are the parts where I've had to put it together. But you can't see that fine in a 3D editor or anything like that. So it does make it quite difficult. There's Brad Binder. He's got massive damage to the side of that KTM. So if we can try and catch up to him. Down this straight then. We go into photo mode. I was hoping that wouldn't crash there, but you can see obviously massive damage to the side of that KTM. In fact, both sides. Really, he should be out with that, with no fairing on either side. So thanks for sending it to me, mate. It is a good mod. I've enjoyed using it. It does change the game up quite a bit when you see the damage like this. It'd be nice if Milestone could add some damage like this. But Brad Binder, anyway, on the very damaged KTM, leading the race. I'm in second out of 23. I'd actually be interested to see how many more AI are actually still left in this race. So if we wait up at this corner, see if any more come round. I'm thinking that it is literally just Binder left. I think everybody else is probably out of the race. That's what it's looking like to me, because nobody else is actually coming around the corner. So that is a shame. Just to show off another couple of things, you can actually get penalties. So if you corner cut, let's cut a big chunk out of this corner. There we go, 2/10 penalty. Not a very big penalty, but I think that's because usually you'd obviously be slowed down on the grass, whereas on here, as you can see, the grass and the tarmac are the same sort of material. The game doesn't seem to differentiate between the two. So 20 seconds behind Binder, so Binder seems to be the only rider left. He has now crashed, he's on a 2:11 as the fastest lap of the race. I'm on the wrong line, I've just realised I've gone around the wrong bit of the track. That's another thing, it's quite difficult to tell. Binder's now out the race as well because I've just overtaken him, so I'm the only rider still going around. So let's see what we can do on this final lap. Let's hot lap this. So over the line then, we're sat up 2:33 it was on that lap, hitting the brakes in for the first corner, trying to go into here. We've ran very, very wide. Obviously lots of riders doing that in the World Superbike event this weekend. It would be nice if we could get this track a little bit more done. I don't think there's really much more you could do. Obviously you can probably try and add barriers, you can improve the textures, that's for sure. The textures are... well, they're ripped from Ride 3, but not properly, so that's why you can see the track is literally just a solid grey colour, because I've not taken the L and the N files over properly, I don't think. I could definitely try and improve these parts with the seams, but it is quite difficult to do. You can't really see in a sort of 3DS Max is where I have to put all the track pieces together, because the way the tracks are actually stored is different from Ride 3 to MotoGP 20. MotoGP 20 just has basically all the tracks together, so the tarmac, the grass, everything like that is stored, and it's just split up into about 20 different meshes just so it's optimised. Whereas in Ride 3, everything is split up, so you've got split up bits of tarmac, split up bits of grass, things like that. So I put it all together and had to split it up into just 23 splits instead of the amount that they had in Ride 3. I don't think this will be break any lap records anytime soon, this lap, but it should be better than what's been done so far. So we're about 125 then there. Obviously another thing about adding this over Chang is a shorter track, so you can't accidentally break the time trial leaderboards or anything like that, so that's always good. So here we go then through the final turn. I think we're going to obliterate Brad Binder's fastest lap as we come up towards the line to win here then. We're going to win the Portuguese Grand Prix here in 2020 around Portimao, but a very, very weird buggy version of Portimao. So then no one else actually finished the first lap, because no one else has the fastest lap, unless it's because you didn't finish the second lap. Yeah, actually that's probably what it is, because we saw lots of people go past us on the second lap at the beginning of it. I'd show you the replay camera, I might actually try it in a second, but chances are it's going to crash, so yeah, it's not great. I'll do a few more races on it just to sort of show a bit more of the AI behaviour, because we didn't see too much of the AI, because I sort of rode off at the start and it was only me, Binder, a few others that went away, but it'd be nice to follow some of the AI around and see what they actually get up to. But yeah, this is the game crashing here. Yeah, fatal error, the game has crashed. So then we're back this time, once again. Hopefully the game won't crash, although it crashed because we went into replay camera, so we won't go into the replay cam again. So lights on, away we go. You can see actually, if the bikes get damaged before the race, they get repaired when it starts. So that's something else I didn't notice until I started experimenting with this. Mainly because it's pretty much impossible to get bike damage before the start of a race, normally. It can happen. I've seen it happen on videos online and stuff. The AI's not have a meltdown on the warm-up lap, but usually without mods, it's not much of a issue. So we see them. They're actually okay through this first sort of sector. They actually kind of keep it on the track. Not very fast, mind you, but they keep it on the track. Then down towards here, then. They're just going way too hot into this corner. A lot of them's washing the front and the way in. We almost got hit by Maverick. A couple of them actually got stopped. Dovizioso managed to actually pull that one down. So we're following Dovizioso then. I think he'll be the one that we keep his eye on because he actually managed to get through that section of the track. So did whoever's leading. I think it might be Bradley Smith or Aleix Espargaro maybe. But Aleix just lost the place. So I think it's... No, it's Alex Marquez. So I don't know why I thought it was an Aprilia. It kind of looked like an Aprilia to me from a distance, but it was a Honda. So quite why I thought Aprilia, I don't know, because they look nothing alike. Almost crashed on that curb then. I'm actually trying to push on a little bit more this time. I have a penalty as well. I'm not really sure where I picked that up from. Track limits are quite harsh here, mainly because they just are in ride 3 as well. If you do time trial, you will invalidate your lap from going on the curbs. It's not my fault, I can't really change that. Although I don't think I'll be releasing this anyway, because it's a bit too unfinished. I mean, if people beg me to release it, like really want me to release it, then I guess I can, but it's quite poor and unfinished right now, and it's really messy as well, the way I've ported it across. There's loads of just materials that are duplicated and things like that. There's been a crash behind them, Morbidelli. So down the straights towards turn 1 once again. So Dovizioso's still on board. Not Marc Marquez, Alex Marquez is still on board. So hit the brakes, and Alex Marquez had a crash. So is Dovizioso. So they brake too hard on the slope, and they do a stoppie, and that's what happens. And so they all come crashing down here. So that's why there were so many crashes last time. Aleix Espargaro's actually made it through the corner there by the looks of it. So we'll follow Aleix Espargaro now, although he's got a bit too far in front of us, to be honest, but that's easily resolved. There we go. Big chunk out the corner, 4-second penalty, but I'll be the only one that finishes this race for a guess anyway, so not a big issue, not a big issue. So this is the tricky corner there where lots of them lose it on the way in. Aleix Espargaro's got it so far, he's still got it, he's dropped the front, he's put too much brake on, too much lean. Is he going to get back on the bike? Yes he is. Oh, Bagnaia comes flying in as well. There's Aleix coming back on the circuit after his crash. So obviously, as you can see, the AI is not optimised here. Mainly because Ride 3 still didn't use the neural AI system. So for MotoGP 19 and 20 they had a neural AI system, and I think that's going to be present in Ride 4 as well. But they use slightly different optimisations for the neural system for going around the circuit. I believe, oh, I've crashed. Okay, hang on, let me rewind that. That didn't happen. That was quite an odd crash. Yeah, but they use slightly different optimisations for the neural AI, so you can't take them from Ride 3 because they're just not there. Hopefully from Ride 4, if Ride 4 is in a similar version of Unreal Engine to MotoGP 20, it might be possible to take some tracks from Ride 4. So it could be possible that we come back to this in a couple months' time and it's basically an easy port. It could be a copy-paste port if it's in the same Unreal Engine version, which would be great to see. I'll have to see if I can try and make it so you can add on tracks as well, but I've never managed to do that since MotoGP 18, so I wouldn't get too excited. Down the straight then, once again, Aleix Espargaro 1 minute 50.8. Will he do a stoppie and crash as well? Yes, he does. Big crash there for Aleix Espargaro, and I think that's it. No, Bagnaia is still in the race. We'll wait for Pecco Bagnaia. Oh, he's crashed as well. There goes his bike flying off, and he's gone out of bounds, so he's probably not coming back anytime soon. Dovizioso's overtaken some. Well, Dovizioso's now crashed as well. There's Dovi's bike come tumbling in to the first corner. Oh, someone's got back on. Who is it? It's Dovi. Dovi's back on. Dovi with that very damaged Ducati's back on. So Dovi, actually, if he doesn't crash at turn 5, might finish this race. This might be the first time we get an AI to finish the races here. So here we go then, right behind Andrea. A little bit of a seeded track limit going on from me. Please, Dovi, brake early. Don't do what you did on the first lap and actually make it around this corner. He's gone in wide, he's got in wide, he's going to tuck the front, he's tucked the front. Will he get back on from that? He will have had a lot of damage already at that point, I'm sure. And yeah, he's been on the floor for a long time, he's not getting back on yet. His body's gone and his bike isn't. So, that means we get to push his bike around a little bit. That's always fun to do. Yeah, so Dovizioso actually did win ahead of Aleix Espargaro, and then myself in third place. Quite how Aleix has beat me as well. Maybe it's just on the count of, I was going to say on the count of fastest laps, but Bagnaia's was also faster than mine. Mine was faster than Dovi's, so Yeah, quite weird there then. So I think the last thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to just sit at turn 1 and just watch the AI crash on the second lap. So we're back again then at the track. I've got critical damage, so this is the damage that you can pick up before the race, and watch the bike just repair itself. There we go. Quite interesting. I wonder how many AI actually retire at the start of the race. I'm not sure, but I think I'm going to get myself right on the dip here. Well, actually, we can watch on a little spectator bank kind of over here. I'm not sure what this all is. It might be just some sort of escape road or something. But we'll watch here and we get a nice view of them coming into the corner and crashing. Oh, here they come. They're on the way. Here comes Alex Marquez. Massive stoppie, and he falls down and goes flying into the first corner. Let's wait for the next one to come round. Zarco's coming next, and it's the Espargaro, both the KTMs. Oh, no. It's actually not both the KTMs. One of them was Rabat. There they go. Flying into the corner. Here we go. Dovizioso's turn. Massive stoppie. And they go flying off the end of the map as well. Oh, who's that that's gone flying? And I completely missed them. I'm now 4th place. So only 3 people have made it this time. Let's see if they make it round for a second attempt. Well, I'm actually only 3rd now, so only 2 other riders on track. Looks like Bradley Smith is one of them then. Brad Binder might be the other. Yep, there we go. That's someone leaving over there. The sun is so bright, that's the only problem, is you can't port the lighting files over, so I just kind of have to stick with the Boyaram ones. And obviously because this track is higher up, yeah, it's lots of sunshine. But the shadows at least work anyway. Oh, Bradley Smith's now gone down. Is he going to be out of the race as well? I'm still P3, so I'm going to say he got back on. Oh, here comes Smith. Here he goes. Big stoppie. Cartwheel time. And now it's time for Brad Binder to do the same. Another stoppie. Another cartwheel. And there we go. We get to watch them both fly off the map. Oh, one of them's got back on. Binder's gone off the map, but I think Smith has got back on. Although they're both still in the race so far. Because I'm still in 3rd position. Oh, Binder's now crashed again. So I guess that was Binder that got back on before then, was it? Or is it only just come up that he's crashed? I'm not sure. I hear bikes. Oh, Binder is out. So it's just Bradley Smith left in the race then now. And I don't know if he'll make it round. After he gets to about turn 5, turn 6, he might crash. There we go, he's crashed. Is he going to be out the race or is he going to get back on? Could he be the first AI to actually finish the race? I'm still P2. Oh, this could be promising. Bradley Smith might have done it here. And he did it! Bradley Smith has done it! He's been the first AI to actually conquer Portimao. He's crashed after the flag, but he's actually finished the race. He's the first AI to get to the finish here at Portimao, the treacherous track in this game anyway, because of the, well, many things. Oh no, it's just said I've overtaken him. It's not counting him as retired, is it? He got over the line, we all saw it. It said he won. It said he won. But I think it's going to give me the win anyway, which is absolutely ridiculous, because I'm now P1. But there we go then. Bradley Smith did finish it. Yeah, it's saying I'm in 1st, but Bradley had finished the race when he crashed. So that's quite interesting then. So the AI crash after a race is finished, and they retire from said crash. They actually get taken out the results. That's quite interesting. So coming up towards the line then, it could be a win, it could be second. I'm not too sure what it's going to be. Victory music, so I think I've won and I've done a stoppie as well. Bradley Smith has not been counted as the winner, so it's actually me that's won the race, but we all saw it. Bradley Smith won the race. He got to the end of Portimao. He's the only AI to have actually done so. 2:01.3. Great lap time there. Fantastic lap time from Bradley Smith and Brad Binder. So it's a couple of Brads then on the podium, and then Alex Marquez would have been the one that got 3rd, but you know he didn't because he crashed. But that's where I'm going to end off this video then. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that one. Just messing about with me trying to port Portimao across. If you want to see maybe me do this with some more tracks, I can give it a go, but to be honest, I think the novelty's kind of lost after you've done it a couple of times, so don't want to do it too many times. Let me know if you guys are looking forward to MotoGP coming to Portimao, obviously at the end of the season. I think it will be quite interesting, especially since Marc Marquez should be back by then, so we'll see if he gets any airtime over the jump. Obviously they can get airtime obviously on a MotoGP bike as well. It's more like they will, and if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Mark. So we'll see at that point. It could be quite interesting to see how high he can get off the ground at that part of the track. But yeah, like I've said a couple of times now, I hope you did enjoy the video. Hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. Hope you're all staying safe, and I shall see you in the next one.